Look, I need to tell you something important. Once you get this visualization technique down, everything shifts. Jim Carrey used this exact method to manifest his first $10 million check. No kidding. And today I'm going to walk you through it step by step. It's simple, it's powerful, and you only need 10 minutes a day. My name is Dr. Amir Hall, and when I was in my 20s, I picked up my first Napoleon Hill's work for the first time. Something clicked. I knew there was something deeper. That's what lured me into studying the ancient mystery schools, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, Builders of the Attitude, Science of Mind, all of it. I was obsessed with understanding where this wisdom came from. And here's the thing, I was struggling. I couldn't consistently visualize clearly. I'd try and I'd try, but it just wasn't working the way I knew it should or could. And so back when I was working in corporate America, I was meeting all my goals. I was a great manifester and visualizer, and it worked. But there were also those days of burnout, and I was working 12 hours a day. I was busting my butt. That's what I thought success required. And year after year, I became successful, and then I would burn out. I built an international jewelry business. That was successful, but I was still searching. I went back into corporate world and I was successful. I was trying to master this technique. And then I had a near-death experience and my whole world fell apart. I lost everything, my six-figure job, the business I built. And in this process, I was desperate to get my old life back. So I started deeper training with quantum energy tools, and I learned to develop my inner vision. Honestly, my goal was just to clear energy blocks. That's all I wanted. I wanted to feel like myself again. I wanted my old life back. And after I regained a sense of self, I started interviewing for those high level jobs again. And three different companies and three levels of interviews, and I wouldn't be selected. That's when I gave up. But I realized something important. My techniques were working. The path had changed. I wasn't intended to walk my path of corporate anymore. And the universe was actually redirecting me. So I built a successful coaching practice before coaches were the thing and teaching these techniques around the world for over 20 years now. I have been doing this work for about 10 years. And then I was led to move to Dubai. So I moved from California to Dubai, sold everything. And I was invited to speak with engineers conferences. I taught the techniques in banks. Royal family members reached out to me. I led healing detox retreats at five-star resorts in Thailand, then spiritual groups to Egypt. And it all happened once I finally mastered this skill, this visualization, without burden, without the 12-hour days. See, I think most people think success out there, they're chasing marketing strategies or sales funnels or algorithms. And don't get me wrong, I studied that too. I know marketing a lot. But every single breakthrough I've had to come from the inside, from the state of confidence, clarity, certainty, trust. Everything that was needed was already within me, and it's already within you too. This is what the mystery schools have been teaching for thousands of years. This is what Napoleon Hill and other great teachers were pointing out, and Neville Goddard. So before we go further, though, I want you to do something. I want you to just close your eyes for a second. Imagine you just achieved everything that you wanted and you have that goal as an entrepreneur or as a coach or as an individual, your relationship or your new job. You did it. How does that feel? Really sit with that feeling, that deep inner feeling. That's what we're going to tap into. Now, this technique does require some focus. Some of you already visualize amazingly, but others struggle, and that's fine. Listen, I struggled with the visualization part for years. And I think I was trying too hard, is what came down to. Even though I was studying the mystery schools, even though I understood the theory, I couldn't see clearly. And there were energetic blocks in the way that was interfering with that. And here's what most people don't understand, that scattered focus creates dismal results or no results at all. You have to train your mind to focus. You have to clear those blocks, interferences, and that's where the real power lies. Most people approach their goals with their analytical mind, their logical mind, and that's not where manifestation happens. You need to approach it from a different angle through visualization, through your inner eye, through focused attention to details. The more clearly you can see it in your mind, the more powerful it becomes. Your imagination is like a muscle. And the more you work it, the stronger it gets. Napoleon Hill knew this. Neville Goddard knew this. The teachers of the Golden Dawn and Rosicrucians and the Science of Mind, they all knew this. Once I was able to clear these blocks and trained my focus, I finally got it. Now you're going to learn too. But here's what most people miss, and nobody talks about this part. You have to prepare yourself. You need to get into what I call that alpha state. Your brain has different wave patterns. And when you're working and you're focused, you're in beta state, that fast brain waves, active alert. But when you're relaxed, you drop into what we call the alpha waves, about 8 hertz. That's the sweet spot. That's where the magic happens. That's where the ancient schools talked about entering into the silence. The same thing. I remember when I finally felt this clearly. It was after my near-death experience, after I'd lost my 6-figure job, after my world had completely collapsed. I remember sitting in a chair in a straight back. My body was relaxed, but my mind was awake. And I started counting down from 20 to 1. And with each number, I went deeper, more relaxed. Then I visualized the beach. I could hear the waves, feel the sand, smell the air. And for the first time in years, I could see it clearly, every detail. And that's when I knew everything was about to change. Here's what you need to do next. Go ahead and close your eyes and imagine a giant screen in front of you. Don't overthink this. Just imagine or picture in your mind a movie screen. And here's the key. You need to see all the details. Train your focus to pick up everything, the colors, the texture, the sounds. The more detail you can see, the more powerful this becomes. And this isn't about vague daydreaming. This is focused visualization. Clear, sharp, and detailed. That's how you train your mind. Now we're going to look at 3 screens, but first of all, we're simply looking at the first screen. Your current reality, the stuff that's bugging you, frustrating. There's not enough clients, not enough money, you're feeling stuck. Whatever it is, see it clearly. See the details. Feel the frustration. Feeling stuck, whatever it is, see it clearly. Feel the frustration. I did this after my world fell apart. When I lost my 6-figure job, when I was interviewing for high-level positions and getting to the 3rd interview with 3 different companies and not being selected, I saw this clearly on my screen. Okay, this is a false idea that Napoleon Hill talks about. The current situation doesn't match what you desire, right? So now we're going to look up the second screen. So let that second screen appear to your right. And on this screen, you're crushing it. You're closing deals, you're making sales, you're getting promoted, your money's flowing. You love doing the work you love. And I visualize myself teaching to groups and working with VIPs and wealthy clients seeking me out, being in demand. I saw all the details, what I was wearing, how I felt, the expressions on people's faces, the excitement, the confidence. This is the bridge, the journey from where you are to where you want to be. And then comes a third screen. That's the end result. You've already achieved your goal. So what does your life look like now? What are you doing? Where are you? I saw myself standing in front of large audiences, teaching, sharing what I knew, working with VIPs, being invited into inner circles, people seeking me out specifically. And I saw every detail, the room, the energy, the conversation. The more you can see, the more real it becomes. And here's what's important. Bring people into your vision. Drop in your family and your friends and your clients. Share the moment with them. You don't have to go out and tell them all this. I just want you to visualize them celebrating with you, tears of joy and pride in their face. That made it real for me. This is your definite chief aim, fully realized. You don't need to do this for an hour, just 5 to 10 minutes every single day, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. This isn't about working 12-hour days anymore. This is about minimum effort with maximum results. And I know that sounds too good to be true, but I'm living proof. And many of my clients have incredible stories. See, your life isn't about grinding until you collapse. It's about experiencing joy and the freedom and the success and the love. You can have all that, but you have to believe it's possible. You have to stop believing that suffering equals success. That's somebody else's story, not yours. That's some BS you swallowed. You get to decide what you believe. And Napoleon Hill said it best. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Your imagination is the most powerful force you have, not just on earth, in the universe. Think about that. Your mind has access to resources beyond time and space. The ancient mystery schools knew this thousands of years ago. Napoleon Hill knew it, and the ancient mystery schools knew about it. You just have to tap into them. And this simple 10-minute practice, it's your key. So here's my challenge for you. Give yourself 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes. Count down 20 to 1. Visualize yourself on a beach or on a mountain. Have your 3 screens and train your focus to see the details. Feel those feelings. Do it tomorrow and the next day and watch what happens. And if you're ready to go deeper, learning the quantum tools and take a quantum step, and if you want to completely reprogram your mind and take control of your reality, I have a few spots in my coaching program that's open right now. So go ahead and click the link in the description and book your call, and let's have a free 15-minute call together and discover what your transformation will likely look like. And hey, if this resonated with you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And turn on the notifications. And I just appreciate you so much and thank you for being with me here on this journey. Take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.